Hello, dear Napoleon Total War fans. This is Dutchman recording the very first Napoleon Total War 3. Attackers J-Bar Dragoon, Sean Kiernan, Dutchman AC Man versus KS Connor, Dan the Italian, Divine, and Willard. This is Prussia 2A, and there is so much to talk about. I recently downloaded this game. I am only 2.5 to 3 years behind with this, so a lot of catching up to do. And boy, this is day and night different than the regular Napoleon Total War. I feel like a complete noob on this game. So much to learn, so many rookie mistakes I've been making. Though this is the first recording, I think I've played 3 games prior to this. I have been losing every single game, and I've been losing ever since after this as well. So, but that's not what it's about. We're gonna look at the glory, the action, the excitement, the epic, which is epic. This game is absolutely epic in size, and we are actually playing with medium range. Not many people play with large because there are just so many units. It's very hard to finding out the units which one you picked out. It's just so many different names. I'm going to go over a few things. What I've been learning thus far is that when I'm picking up my units, I'll look at shooting accuracy rate. That's important to me, and what I'm saying to you is what I've been learning online. But accuracy rate seems to be important with the infantry. As I'm talking to you, I'm just going to go over these units so you can just see what's out there. Comes around, face these guys. And then, of course, reloading rate as a bonus. Look at these flags. It's just incredible how glorious they look like. Oops. For cavalry, I'm still trying to figure out what is what, or where to look for, but it doesn't have to be numbers. Some of the units are large. They have like over 123 units in there. Others are just pretty small, 47, Voltigeurs 47. But I think these guys have a shooting accuracy of 35, while the light infantry has probably 22, 21, sometimes less. This is Napoleon right here. Well, it doesn't look like Napoleon, to be honest with you. Artillery, of course, foot artilleries, and their cap artilleries. But yeah, just to go over what's going on with the map. So you could see over here that they have points, 4 here, 4 there, and then as you go along, you get more points. So 2 for this house, 1 for that house, 4 over here. So we could have like 2, 6, 7. Here it's 4, 5, 6. So you could win like that, having points. But most gamers that I've been playing with so far, they just want to go straight out fighting, and that's what it's all about. Some other differences: you have no rules with this game, unlike Napoleon Total War, vanilla version. Here you could bring as anything you like to. It kind of makes sense too, because you've got to have a balanced army. You can't just have all lights or all cav or all artillery. It just doesn't get you anywhere. The bane of the battle I would say, is the line infantry. The most important part of the battle is line infantry. Other important thing is all your units are hidden. So if you run, they will come clear to enemy, but if you walk, they're going to be hidden to enemy. The only unit is not hidden, I believe, is going to be the general. Uh, if you group your forces, so this is Army Group 1, Army Group 2, and you have them walk, then they are visible as well to the enemy. Other things I've learned is there's few bugs in this game. If you have your artillery and you form up on the road, so on limber on the road, you can't move after that, and probably you can't even shoot after that. So you gotta be careful with that little bug over there. Okay, these armies are just absolutely massive. You all start at the same location, but you gotta communicate who's gonna take a left, right wings. This is my army. This is AC's army, what I can remember. These are our two partners. Let's take a look at my army composition. Voltigeurs, 88 line, 48 line, 64 line, 88, 48 line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cav. We have hussars, dragoons, hussars. But this is my heavy cav. One thing about cav is that they're not effective as much as they were at the vanilla version. You certainly do not want to do frontal charge on any infantry, even if they're not in square. You will lose that. So cav it reminds me a lot of the American Civil War. The cav is just kind of losing its importance as far as the frontal charges goes. What they serve mainly is quick attack on artillery because they are so rapid, and you want to get behind enemy line. If you do charge in the rear or the flank, it's a lot more effective. But never frontal charges. Carabiniers, Brigadiers, Secure. Looks like kind of a engineer unit. So as I mentioned earlier, you don't see these guys, right? You only see 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the generals. Because they're walking, you can't see the army. It's called the fog of war. So it's a lot of stuff is a lot more realistic than Napoleon Total War. So this is a grand look. So I could see my enemy. Oh, if you go on the road, you go a lot faster. That's another thing you want to pay attention. So if you take these routes, you're not as quick in movement as you are walking on the road. Let's see. So this AC is not taking the road, and that's the right thing to do in this map. This guy's gonna have a faster movement than my guys, for that matter. Plan is simple. AC get the left flank, I'll get the center left, and our partner center right and right. Map wise, there is a hill up here, so this hill could be very, very important. If you have artillery here, you're gonna shoot straight into the hill, but if you get up the hill, one more effective. But then again, enemy is much quicker. So now you could see these units, because these guys are running right now. These guys are probably running to get up to the hill. And then if you get closer, then their units come visible to you. So I'm trying to give you as much information because I had to learn every single one of these little things hard way. Another thing I've learned is if you do hold the house with the grenadier unit, it's extremely difficult to melee those guys and kick them out. Movement in the forest is excruciating slow, so try to avoid it, go around it. Movement, you do want to move in column, toe. These now accounts move a lot faster than lines. Again, these are really much closer to reality, which I do appreciate about this. So now these guys are visible because they are closer to the infantry. Infantry can screen. we are facing England on this side. Light dragoons, light dragoons, light dragoons, Czars, Czars. Prussia next to them. Württemberg. Oh, Blücher is here. Gebhardt from Blücher. Hussars. Hussars, Blücher. Koningen, Dragoons. Kaiserlich Dragoons. Okay, so a lot of Dragoons and Hussars. Okay, let's see what else I could share with you. Now, unlike Napoleon Total War, where you want to extend your lines and then have a line infantry, this is not the case. Columns are very effective, forming column to attack, I would call them. Very effective. You do want to distinguish between your lights, your tirailleurs, skirmishers basically, and your line, and also your grenadiers. A great movement with this is concentration on the forces, on where enemy is weaker, engage in shootout, but then charge. A lot more send your grenade. Usually a charge when you make contact and you're still healthy, you win those charges. The position of the hill here. Someone heavier calf, light calf. So our calves have made contact. We are going to set up our artillery. This is mine. Another unit over here. I'd like to use the forest as a flanking. Slight retreat by AC. A little confusion. We want to go to the left as much as possible. Both kind of counting in the center. Artillery is in position, and I think our player wants to keep this path clear. Kind of makes sense. Good positioning, and it's got this narrow path closed with it. Oh, look at that. This is the sound, and everything seems so much more realistic. These guys are 12 pounders. Now, the damage of artillery, another thing is the distance is important. The longer the distance, the more difficult it is to hit. And so you could have long line battles with a few casualties. But then again, this unit of 112 will rout. If there's a contact, and even if you lose 20 or 30 men, they will rout. They do come back, but only one time. So the rallying effect is once. If you rout for a second time, or they get less than half of the unit, so 112 becomes, let's say, about 50, they won't come back. Calf charge, calf charge. See, calf charge. Games are slower by the time you get face each other. Look at this. Yeah, this cap is under fire. See that? That's because of this artillery. Perfectly formed. Look at that. Oh, look at another hit. So 47 is down to 41 with 2 hits. Very well positioned here. 6-round rifle. You still can't see as many units, right? These guys are perfectly positioned, right up to the wall. Alright, we got a calf battle here, left flank. It's important how you attack. If you attack on the flank, you usually win. Numbers make a difference as well. We're gonna pay attention, and one calf is routed, and these guys will not come back in hussars. Generally, French calf is superior. English line infantry is superior in a fight out. Here there is another calf charge. These guys are already routing hussars. What else can I share with you? So we talked about housing, which again in this game many people really don't want to be in a house, they want to fight it out. We talked about the fog of war, that you can't see the units. They are coming more and more visible. We talked about line shootout. So you could see that, again, we are still new, so we are forming our lines more extended. But the more experienced players, they form it as such. So these are mainly the formation of lines, more column formation. That's better for morale, and morale is extremely important in this battle. You could see entire armies routing with the lack of morale. Polish is Podolski? Hanover? Sorry, I don't know if the flags is in Hanover or Poland. Getting bombarded. It's heavy artillery. And not a good idea to ride around the artillery because they get shot then as ricochets. There you go, he's moving them away. They will win the artillery duel. There was a charge on the artillery. No, yes they did. We lost artillery here, so that was a successful cap charge on the artillery. And look how close they did the artillery. So well played. Okay, not throw positions. Front of our artillery. Oh boy. See that muscle flash? He just brilliant. Now you could see a concentration of power forming up on this flank, on England. So this is again good formation of these guys. While our right flank is not much going on right now. A good move, these are my forces, a good move from my side would be shifting this way, but I don't want to get in front of my artillery. Looking at this side, camp movement. And if you run your guys, they get tired quickly. Once they're tired, they are not as effective. It's again unlike Napoleon Total War. It's similar, but it's much more like not paying attention. Boom. That quickly they round. You gotta be on top of them. These units are huge in Spanish. These guys are behind us. Another unit grounded. It's important to have the general close. So we lost like four cav, they lost only one. How well these guys are organizing. So we completely surrounded on the left flank. While on the right there's not much going on. But these guys are just standing. I'm just standing here. So let's look at the firefights and how that works. See the cav charge? It just does not bear fruit. Incredible. You see, third rank is shooting too. That looks like it's a charge. Charges are very effective yet. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 units versus 2 over here. Seven, 116. And there goes another artillery unit. The cap can be very effective just not against infantry. Even when the attack from rear is just not as effective, you really want to keep the flank for getting the artillery, getting the general. Wow, look at that, 77. Very well done with the cav. Definitely have to learn a lot more about that. More cav units. You get their artillery in turn, you use your cav pretty quickly. Surrounded from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2. Long lines, just don't cut it here. Who's 82 shooting, and only like one casualty here. 2 casualties here. 4 casualties total out of 82. So it's not as effective. You wanna get away from the lane game and then give it a solve off, which is more realistic too. So look at these guys right behind us. Fresh, and from the van, go right into the van. Not paying attention. You can form scores a lot quicker though, that's a good thing. Oh man. That's just incredible. Let's look at the other side. Pretty smart, right? The entire path is open. The enemy is not using it, of course. So again, cav charges are not as effective. You do not want to do frontal attack. I don't know about you, but I'm almost small the gunpowder. Pressure in this game, I've noticed the infantry, it's just not the same pressure as the other one. The better factions like the New England, the shootout, the artillery. There are some hidden units that New England has, but different gear. So they make this one switch units. I think I got 6 out of 82 of those go down. Marshall is not as strong. So. These guys are coming back from the 3 units plus a cav. It's doing a good job pushing England back. Grouping. Our left is pretty pathetic. Even if you're shooting at squares, it's not effective. Caution, have to pull back, but look, these guys have their artillery right here. Wow. Oh, that's gonna be so deadly. Canister shots. That was the initial attack. They gained very well ground here, but they had to pull back and reorganize. Let's look at the other side. And here comes England. They were hidden here the whole time. Oh, what a fantastic charge. Quebec like to do. What a fantastic charge. He charge and pull back, but even still they got it. Pretty outnumbered here again. Once again, these guys are doing an excellent job combining their forces. What happened to the artillery here? And there's artillery, I think. Moving forward? Yes. Pushing forward. Perfect. Flanking shot. They're leaving room for each other. Good coordination. Now 47 voltigeurs, they do have the range. But again, you know, you shoot one here and one there. It's just different. The whole point is mass attacking. You want to combine your forces and find a gap and charge through. That's the program for the army. Not good position. A lot of misfire here. So after it is very well positioned and shooting. They might be coming again. Yeah, they've been charged one time, they're coming again. He wasn't able to use his artillery. It's a shame. Second attack on this side. I'm getting so punished on this side. And he's going after General. Tired, winded. Beat our last calf. It's gonna hurt.
Befehle verstanden!
Very bad position. 2 cav units behind us. We have no way to retreat. Front, back, rear, enemy. They managed to break the center. Let's get this up. massive to that. Did you guys see that? Ah! Where that come from? Which right through them? There, this artillery up there. Deadly. But our side artillery is not much effective. Yeah, this. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 units tied down. Completely surrounded here. Even littlest things make a difference. They have the slope here, high ground. The good part is if you send the scan after this guy, they will pretty much done. They won't come back. They have to retreat. This artillery unit is such a great position right now. Got us in the flank. It looks like a rabbit. This army is going to get destroyed. So I hope you're enjoying it so far. It speaks for itself. I don't want to talk too much, but a little bit. In general, it's helping the army stay together. Not sure how long it will survive, but yeah, they got the exit closed. There's nowhere to run. They're doing an excellent job on these sides. Prussia and England, teamwork. And this captain is now going around, probably going for this artillery unit here. Artillery to our flank. But there it comes. Another single shot to this guy. So it is slower, frustrating, but you gotta learn it. You know, it seems more realistic, to be honest with you. Even though it was a good charge, it was tired, so it's not as effective. Another back charge here. Yeah, furiously. Furiously. Two units managed to escape. So forest does help. It does help shielding you against the bullets. Let's say the same. Artillery right here. Yeah, that's fine. And this was not really. Definitely not going to let them go. Push them off, push them off. And they're getting shot just pounded from the flank. So on this side we have two units of French managed to survive. These guys are pretty much gone. And we do have a few units in the house. It's constant charging going on, but infantry 68, 46, 9 infantry. Another infantry unit. That's as far as the left flank goes. Let's concentrate on the other flank. And these guys will keep running out because the artillery is right on their back. These guys did manage to survive 12 out of 24, so we're going to come back to reload these artillery man your post. Oh, mass route. You see that? What happened to the charge? If you're an offensive player and you like to charge, have a few grenadier units. That's what they're good for charging. Definitely break into the position. If you like to more shootout, then you want to be England and could have good lines that have high accuracy rate, reloading rate, and form your lines. And you want to have it like just like this. You have the full army. Like a open snapshot, and that's a channel. Oh, I made a mistake. Look at these guys. Massive route of your men. 53, 50, really cool. All of them should be able to come back. Now, if you have a camp like this British player, just send it after these guys and let them return. See, some of them are routing already. All the shooting is probably like 4 or 5 men dead. Incredible. What a mess here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's just 2 units. 1, 2. This is a good move. So you get 5-5, 3 units to get closer, you can charge right here. Not sure if it's artillery was infected. Captain. I have a full day here. So this seems to be pretty much to their side. The power bar is there. Let's concentrate on this side, see what's going to happen. I am going to fast forward this. Got still few units here. Let's show where they're shooting at. Shooting here. Changing direction. Perfect. Ouch. Bloody. These guys routed as a result of artillery. Oh, check this out. 600 men charge the house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, each about 100. And they can't get this house. It's really hard here. This house is worth 2 points. Very much. Let's break again. So unit after unit, these guys are just breaking. And remember there were 5 units here? There's 3. These 3 units are still standing. The fight is still going on the left flank. It's a whole army here. On that side. Oh, finally got the artillery with his tank. Good job. England managed to suppress the fight on the right side. 2 houses. These guys are not going to go into the house, they're going to come out and fight. So pretty much everywhere we are on retreat, other than our side in the forest, we're stubbornly clinging on to the forest. And we're killing enemies from left and right, just like they're standing. That's probably because there's a general among us. There's Napoleon here, one of the two. So there are 4 completed units here. We managed to push off England. These guys in the house are still standing. The Prussians are not able to form. But he is bringing an artillery. I'm going to fast forward this. So he's bringing a 12-pounder foot artillery that's going to demolish the house. Look, there's only 10 minutes left. And the guy disappeared because no one is around. So the 2 units over here. These guys in the house are just standing. Another thing I've noticed is that, look, the formation. But still they're shooting back. They're very effective. Very effective. My shooting is not as effective even though I have a line in front of a column. The general charges. These guys are finally leaving. The forest has fallen as well. There's a grenadier unit over here. Not sure what they're doing. Artillery coming. So what we decide to do with our general, this is AC's general, telling him, hey, don't pull back in the forest. There's no point for us. We're going to lose this. Let's go into the house. That's the only place we could stand. Yeah, this side is gone too. So this is the last part. And I have a unit here that rallied. I want to get this house. Trying to hide it. 64 men, and these guys are Shawneese warriors, so these are hidden units. I looked at general. He is going right after the artillery. One guy. One brave soldier. The rest of the building himself. He routed the artillery. We routed this artillery unit. There's another unit over here. Oh, and he does. But the second unit rounds too. It's all my shot. What a brave warrior. Excellently done. So, as a result, the house can't stand. I just don't think there's enough time for these guys to get it, but let's see what happens. Yes, 64, very tired. Versus 70. I want to rest these guys as much as I can before charging the house. These guys are still fighting in the forest. These guys are absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Completely surrounded. Beat the British there. On that side, the Prussians. And now they're fighting versus another brand of flag, one of the other factions. This is Russia, different countries. Oh, see that? Great man. like a coming for Charles. Well, the final break. These guys are still very tired. It took a long time for them to try to recuperate. It's going to be another assault on the house for Russians. They are very tired. I'm going to fast forward this. Beat up the third wave. Here comes the second wave, 157 men. 32, 34. The second wave is coming in. These are Russians, the badass Russians. The fluid still running through. And the artillery is just shooting right. There you go, that's their artillery. Oh boy. Disregard for their own men. Down to 2 units, 1. What is going to happen on that side? There's another melee going on. The French are winning, slightly exhausted, concerned. These guys are losing it. Shiny warriors. What is going to happen? 59 to 50. Last 2 houses. Still see the French flag. They are still standing, and the game ends in a draw. Incredible. Dragon 691 killed. These are our side. 501 killed. Dutchman 708 killed. AC outstanding 1455 killed. Connor 1201. Dan 1059. Divine 976. Willard 930. The game clearly went to our opponents. Very well done. They definitely beat us in this game. I think the good player is Connor. I've played him once or twice before. He's a great player. He definitely knows the tricks of this game. I hope I could learn from him. And let's look at unit statistics from my side. Losses. Shame on you, Napoleon. 9-12. Look at that, only 5 killed, artillery 3 killed, so it's not as effective as artillery, so you don't want to emphasize too much to this. 21, 31 loss, only 5 killed, so this is very, very low. Look at that. 3, 4, 5, 7, artillery didn't do too well. My Cav didn't do too well. The better units that did well, the infantry Swiss. So these 2 infantry were probably in the forest, so they did well. You could see that more kills. But other than that, you see there's not much kill ratio over here. So clearly morale is very important in this game. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to have more games showing. And until the next battle, cheers.